Personally, I'm a big jersey um, swag. It's a weird way of saying it. Fanatic. I love watching jerseys, alternate uniforms, whatever you may call it, on teams. I'm a fan of that. I like seeing what kind of uniform designs teams can come up with, whether it be new, whether it be throwbacks, whether it be somewhere in between either sport. When a new uniform gets announced, I'm all over it. I just like that part of the sport. To me, that's what resonates with fans and viewers about, hey, this is how we identify with this team. Hey, I like this team because of their uniforms. I like this team because of the color that they have. I like this team because of that. I mean, jerseys have become iconic the last 30, 40 years. I mean, you see someone walking down the street with a jersey, you identify with that person because you say, hey, they watch this sport. They like this player. They like this color. They like this uniform. So that's it's a big deal. So, the NFL announced that they announced it last season, but this season it's effective, is that teams can now have alternate helmets. Now, they had this all the way up until 2013, I believe. Then they discontinued it because they wanted to have players wear the same helmets. You can't have both because we want the same sort of security for helmets, the same structure, because they just wanted to avoid concussions. I understand it, but at the same time, I think it's kind of a dumb rule, so I'm glad they changed it. So I've got a list down here of some new jerseys, helmets, uniforms in the NFL. It's getting interesting because the NFL for a long time has been labeled the no fun league, but now things are starting to get a little fun in terms of what the players are going to be wearing. So I'm going to go down the list here, some of the stuff we have confirmed. If I miss something that's not been confirmed, put it down in the comments below. I'll comment on it and I'll talk about it. This is just everything I was able to find. And some of these might not even be confirmed yet. This is just what I've seen and what we might be speculating for is what they're going to wear this season. So we'll start with the Panthers for obvious reasons. They come out with the all black helmet. I love it. I think it's great. In the inner circles of Panther fandom, we've been talking about this for 10, 12 years about getting black helmets. I don't mind the silver helmets that we have now, but I think black just looks so cool. I think there's a couple modifications they can make to it to make it look better. I like it for the most part. I think maybe add a white strip in there or something like that, or on the logo. The logo almost blends in with the helmet. It's kind of tough to see. But another thing about these uniforms is you might not like them or you might like them now, but it all depends how it looks on the field when you see it. That's going to be what's important. So I think for the most part, it's a really good choice. I like it. People say they wanted to stick forever and get rid of the silver uniforms. We'll see what happens there. But I do like this combination. I'm happy as a Panthers fan. Even if we don't end up being very good this season, I'm very thankful that we have black helmets now. I can get behind that. Thank you. The Bengals going with the all white combo with the all white helmets. I have mixed emotions about this. I like the concept, but when I look at it, it's just too much white going on. I need a little tint of orange in there somewhere. I could be wrong. I could be in the minority saying this. I think it's a good look, but I have people saying online and looking, hey, this is the flat out the best combination in the NFL. I disagree. But I do like the concept. I just want to see maybe a little tint of orange, maybe a one or two orange stripes here and there to kind of get a variation of colors, because the all white and black, it's just very there. It's bland. I like the concept. I just think they could modify it to make it better, such as the Panthers. I like the concept. I like it. There's things they can do to tweak it to make it a little bit better, but for the most part, I I like the Bengals white helmets, but I think they could do better in a way. The Giants have their 80s 90s Lawrence Taylor era stuff. I think that looks great. It's fantastic. I'm a big fan of throwback jerseys when done properly, and to me, that was the best way for them to go. A plus for the Giants. It's gonna look great. I can't wait to see him wear it. Patriots doing the red throwbacks, the Pat Patriot, however it goes, with the white helmets. I think it's a good look. I like it. I would have liked to see them maybe do their like 90s throwbacks possibly, but I think this is a more iconic look that most fans are familiar with. So it'll be nice to see this. We haven't seen this since like 2010. I remember Tom Brady when he had kind of like longish hair playing with these uniforms. So I think it's going to look good. I can't wait to see that. The Falcons coming out with their red helmet. I think that's great. Hopefully they do the old school logo with it as well. I think that logo actually helps make the helmet better. But I do like that. The Panthers will debut their black helmets against the Falcons on a Thursday night game at home. So let's see if they'll do the black helmets there and the Falcons will do their red helmets, and we'll have a mixed match of both and see how that looks. But for the most part, I like the Falcons red helmets. I think it's a good look. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but the Titans are working on the Oilers throwbacks coming back. That's everybody's almost unanimous favorite. Almost is the Orioles throwbacks, or excuse me, the Oilers, not the Orioles. That's gonna look great if they announce that. It's a very simplistic look. The powder blues with the red, top tier. It looks great. Can't wait to see it. To me, my favorite one so far, other than the Panthers, obviously, has been the Eagles Kelly Green throwbacks. That's going to look fantastic. They used to wear those back in the day. They were great. I like the eagle on the front of the helmet. I think that's awesome. And then just something about that color green, just it works. It looks so good. And I can't wait to see the Eagles wear that. In no way am I an Eagles fan, but I think their jerseys are really, really nice, and I can't wait to see this. This is going to look good. The Tampa Bay Bucks coming back with their creamsicle jerseys. For some reason, people absolutely adore these. I think they're not the best looking at all, and I think it's more of those, I could be wrong, but I think it's one of those so bad it's good, because when they wore these jerseys in the 70s, they were a historically bad football team, but at the same time, it's a historic look in a way, so I get it. I won't mind seeing it, but I don't think it's this crazy look that a lot of people seem to think it is. But hey, Tom Brady in a creamsicle jersey, what more can you ask for? We'll see how it looks. The Titans going with the all-red helmet. At first, I did not like this idea. When I first saw that, I was like, why would they do that? That just too much red, too much going on. No way. But I started to think about it. They're going to do it with their all-red rush uniforms, I believe. And I think this could be a good look. I actually like the look of the helmets. It's like a glossy look. And I think they got the color right in the texture. So when they wear this, the Titans, they're trying to establish a little bit of an identity. They're going through a rebuild. So, I think this could look nice. It could go south, but I think this actually might win some people over when they see it on the field. At first, the first look I had of it, I was not a fan. But looking at it now, I think this will be a good look. Saints black helmet. This might be my least favorite. And no, it is not because I strongly dislike the Saints. Just from a look perspective, it's just, the Saints, they have black in their color scheme. That's fine. I understand that. But the gold helmet is just, that's legendary. And so, they want to do something different, but just the way it's presented, it just looks very basic. It just looks like they just flip-flop the color black, and it's just there. And then on the above the head, where usually the stripe is going to be above the helmet, it's like a stripe, but it's formatted where it's the little Saint logos, making a line all the way down the back of the helmet, up and down the side, or up and down the top of it. And it just looks weird. Maybe it's going to look better on the field. I guess they're going to wear them with their all-white uniforms with the gold, which I'm personally not a huge fan of. I like when they wear their all-blacks, but they love wearing the all-whites. I don't know. I'm going to have to see this on the field, but from a look perspective, from the pictures I've seen, I just was not a fan of this. It just seemed kind of boring to me. Cowboys rocking their Thanksgiving throwbacks with. I'm assuming they're going to be wearing the jerseys with it too. But the white helmets with the blue star in the middle, it just rest in peace to Marion Barber. It's very reminds me of him playing football. So that's a good look. The Cowboys, they're one of those teams with the historic classic uniforms. They wear the same thing, almost the same uniform almost every game. They'll throw in the blue ones here and there, but I think it's a good look. I like it. It's I am no way a Cowboys fan, but I do like the look of that. And then right before I hopped on this show, there was a new one that dropped. It is the Jets Stealth Black. Why? This was a terrible decision. Now, I don't think it looks bad, but when you look at the throwback helmet that they could have went with the classic Jets logo, versus this new one, it just is a complete disservice to the fans, and they could have had something really cool to wear this year, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So why? It's everyone's going with the black helmet, and I've heard it from each team that does it. You're trying to be like this. You're trying to be like that. Some teams have that in their color scheme, and for some teams it looks really good. It does. Not here. I don't like it. And I think it sucks. If I was a Jets fan, I'd be pretty fired up because we're not getting those throwback classic Jets helmets and uniforms this year. Unless they end up doing that. I doubt it now, though. And you even I actually did a quick look online. The owner, Woody Johnson, was doing polls on Twitter asking about which helmet do you like better? Do you like the throwback? Do you like this? Do you like that? And the unanimous was the 80s, 90s Jets classic look. And they just did not do that for whatever reason. So they're going to be wearing them with their all-black uniforms. Maybe they'll do a mix match. It'll look better with some stuff. But I just think it's a very big missed opportunity for me. So that's what we have pretty much confirmed so far. I would imagine there's going to be more coming out. Each team's kind of doing their own thing. I'm sure there'll be black helmets. The Raiders, I think that's going to come, and I think that's going to look great. Everybody keeps talking about the Raiders need black helmets. The Raiders need black pants. Blah, 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 blah. I think it's going to happen. There's no way it doesn't. So we'll see. Yeah, this is what we have confirmed now. I think my favorites out of those has got to be the Panthers black helmet. I like the Giants throwbacks. I like the Eagles Kelly Green. I'm not going to be a huge fan unless I change my mind of the Jets. Not a huge fan of the Saints black helmet. And the Tampa Bay Bucks creamsicle, it's there. It is what it is. But, it's something different. At the worst, I'm glad the NFL is lightening up their personality and letting players and teams kind of, do some stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's a lot more money that they can make by selling the merchandise for this stuff. It's a no-brainer. We all know it's about the money at the end of the day. So, just do it. Why not?